Hello, everybody, and thank you very much for joining me. This is the 9 Minute Podcast with Dr. Packer, and that's me, your host. Thank you very much for joining me. This is episode 23. 23 of these 9 minute podcasts that I've been doing, and I want to thank you very much for viewing no matter what social media stream that you are on. I think I said that the other week. Your social media screen, but I mean your stream. But I'm on your screen. So anyway, thank you very much for being a part of this. I want to, just for the next few minutes, let's examine the idea of difference. Difference. Because there's a saying, it's not original with me, and I can't even really remember where I first heard it, but it means a lot to me, and I've quoted it I don't know how many times over the years, but the power that lies within us is not just the things that are similar, but the power that lies within us is in our differences. Our differences are not always a weakness, though some people will try to exploit that and say, well, there's differences and we have to be the same. But our power oftentimes is in our differences. Now, it's seen just in everyday life. Let's take some things that are similar, but their differences are what make them important to each individual task. Okay? So first of all, if you want to write something down on a piece of paper, you can write it in pen or pencil. It's a writing utensil. You can write a letter. You can write a book. You can write a check, if people still do that. People still write checks? I don't know. But you can do anything. Like you can sign your name. Whatever you want to do, you have a pen. But everything's going to be the same. It's going to be the same color. It's going to be the same. If you're writing a sentence, it's all going to be the same. What if you want to take note of a particular word or a phrase that you're writing? Because this is going to make it all look the same. Now, you can get something similar. It's also a writing utensil, but it's a little different. It's called a highlighter. So I write a scripture, Acts 1:8, for you shall receive power after that the Spirit has come upon you. But I want to highlight the word power. Well, I could underline it. I could put a little star over it, or I can use the highlighter and say, you shall receive power. So I want to emphasize that. Both are similar. Both are writing utensils, but it's only in the highlighter's difference that makes it important and also makes it powerful to what it is that I'm trying to do. And in the whole idea of conformity, when we talk about, especially in religious or spiritual terms, when we talk about the church, we want everybody to look the same. We want everybody to act the same. We want everybody to, be similar. And that way, when people come in, they look at us and say, oh, I have to dress this way and I have to be like this and I have to do like that. But we don't want to lose our individuality. Now, listen, I've had this discussion with people before. Yeah, but Dr. Packer, we are all supposed to be conformed to the image of Jesus. We're supposed to be conformed to the lifestyle of Jesus. Absolutely. But in being conformed to the lifestyle, that's our purpose. But our practice as we live day to day to day to day to day is he doesn't want us to lose our personality of who we are. I think that it is an absolute joy that every minister or speaker doesn't sound the same. Could you imagine going to a conference and you have 5 speakers that you have to listen to, and every one of them look the same, they wear the same suit, they use the same stories, they're all the same. It's just another package of the same person. That's not what makes conferences wonderful. Because if you have 5 speakers, you have a chance that if one is a dud or even 2, you got 3 other shots. And the power of conferences is in bringing in different people. And when you look out over the church, especially in the spiritual world, in my mindset, and it's just my opinion, and I can't help it if I'm right, but the mindset that I have is that when you look out, it shouldn't be a sea of white or a sea of Hispanics, Latinos, or just a sea of black or brown or a yellow skin or that. It should be a mixture. We should look out over the sea of the church and see brown faces, and we should see light-skinned faces and dark-skinned faces and faces from other countries, because that is a reflection of what really spirituality is about, highlighting that yes, we have one purpose, but there are many differences, especially in our personalities. That's why when you put together boards, there are certain reasons why you have some people head up one committee that you don't have head up another. I have people on my finance committee that can run numbers in their head. The minute you tell them, you say, well, look at this. How much is that going to run? Oh, that's going to cost about about $275 if we do that. And we do that 7 more times, then 275 times 70, yada, yada, yada. They run that out. And there's some people I wouldn't dare put on that committee because you could give them a calculator, an abacus, their hands and fingers, and they still not going to get it right. But they could be on the decorating committee. So their usefulness and their power is not like being like this committee. Their usefulness and their power is actually in their differences. And this is how we highlight one another in life and in jobs, not just in the church, but we highlight one another in life and in jobs, because it's not just in the similarities of us, but it's in the differences of us. Be you. People have always called me weird. Be weird, but have the purpose to go forward and be the person that you were meant to be. Your difference is your strength. My difference is my strength. It's not just in our similarities, but it's also in our differences. This is episode 23 of the 9 Minute Podcast. Thanks for joining me.